Hi, my name is Logan. I'm a student physical therapist here at UAMS. Is it okay if I work with you today? Would you mind providing me with your name and date of birth?
Yeah, Jonah Glover, March 27th, 2001.
Okay, perfect. So Jonah, today we're going to be just listening to some of your lung sounds. To be able to do this, would it be okay if I had you take off your shirt for me? Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. While you do that, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. Okay, Jonah. So I'm going to be finding a few landmarks on your back, if that's okay, to be able to do this. And I'm going to have you take big deep breaths while we do this. So you breathing in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And so whenever I take a breath, that's how I want you to take a breath. The first segment I'm going to be finding is the posterior apical segment of the upper lobe. So I'm going to go right above the spine of the scapula, kind of over the trapezius. And then I'm going to have you take a big deep breath for me. Perfect. We're going to do that same thing over here on the other side. So finding the spine of that scapula up onto the trapezius. Big deep breath for me. Perfect. Now I'm going to be looking for the posterior segment of the upper lobe. So I'm going to go right along the spine of that scapula over towards T3 and go just paraspinal to T3. I'm going to have you hug yourself for me, Jonah, before you take that breath. So go ahead and give yourself a big hug and then a big deep breath for me. Okay, perfect. You can go ahead and relax from that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So finding the spine of that scapula, following it over to paraspinal to T3. Again, I'm going to have you hug yourself, Jonah, before you take that breath. Good job. Now I'm going to be finding the superior segment of the posterior lower lobe. So to find that, I'm going to be finding the spine of the scapula and the inferior angle of the scapula and just going right in between those two. I'm going to have you hug yourself again for this one, Jonah. So hug yourself and then a big deep breath for me. Perfect. You can go ahead and relax. I'm going to find the spine of the scapula over here on this side and then the inferior angle of the scapula. Again, right between those two. Having you hug yourself again. Big deep breath for me, Jonah. Perfect. You can go ahead and relax. The last place I'm going to be listening to is going to be the basal segment of the posterior lower lobe. I'm going to find your inferior angle of your scapula, and then I'm going to go just inferior to that. I'm going to have you take a big deep breath for me again. Perfect. Same thing on this other side. Inferior angle of the scapula. Just inferior to that. All right. Big deep breath for me. Okay. Jonah, everything sounded really good. You can go ahead and throw your shirt back on. I'm going to wash my hands and we'll get you out of here.
Sounds good.
Thank you.